Welcome back to another episode of Turn Back Time. Today we're diving into the fascinating history of soccer, or football as it's known in many parts of the world. We'll explore the ancient and medieval games that influenced the sport we love today, and we'll clear up the age-old question, why is it called soccer in some places and football in others? Let's get started. Our journey begins thousands of years ago. One of the earliest known ball games is Cuju, originating in ancient China around 2,300 years ago during the Han Dynasty. Cuju, meaning kickball, was played with a leather ball filled with feathers. The objective was simple: kick the ball through an opening into a net. This game was popular among soldiers and civilians alike, serving as both a form of exercise and entertainment. Next, we travel to ancient Greece, where a game called Episkyros was played. Episkyros involved two teams and a ball, but it was much more physical than Cuju. The game focused on teamwork and ball handling skills, elements that are very much a part of soccer today. As we move westward, the Romans played a game called Harpastum. Similar to Episkyros, Harpastum was a rough and tumble sport that emphasized ball control and passing. It was played on a rectangular field marked by boundaries and featured two teams. The goal was to keep the ball in your team's possession and move it past the opponent's boundary line. Fast forward to medieval Europe, where we encounter mob football. This game was chaotic and often played between neighboring villages with an unlimited number of players. The ball, usually a pig's bladder, had to be kicked to a specific location, often several miles away. Mob football could get quite violent, leading to its eventual regulation and transformation into more organized forms of play. In Renaissance Italy, a game called Calcio Storico gained popularity in Florence. Calcio Storico was a mix of soccer, rugby, and wrestling, played in teams of 27 players. It was a festive game, often played during public celebrations. The game required both physical strength and tactical skills, paving the way for the modern team-based structure of soccer. Meanwhile, in Scotland, the Bay game was a traditional sport played during festivals. It involved entire towns and could last for hours. The game's objective was to get a ball into a specific goal, which could be anything from a church door to a distant field. The Bay game's emphasis on community participation and teamwork is echoed in soccer today. As these games evolved and spread across Europe, they began to take on more standardized rules. By the 19th century, England had become the hub of soccer's development. Public schools and universities began to formalize the rules, leading to the creation of the Football Association in 1863. This marked the birth of modern soccer. Now, let's tackle the question that often sparks debate. Why is it called soccer in some places and football in others? The term soccer actually originated in England. It's an abbreviation derived from association football, the official name used to distinguish it from other forms of football, such as rugby football. In the late 19th century, British students began to abbreviate the word association by adding the suffix "er," creating the term soccer. When the sport spread to the United States, the term football was already associated with American football. To avoid confusion, Americans adopted soccer to refer to association football. The name stuck and is still used in countries where other forms of football are more prevalent, like Canada, Australia, and South Africa. In most other parts of the world, football is the preferred term. It reflects the sport's deep cultural roots and global popularity. Whether you call it soccer or football, the game remains the same, a beautiful sport that brings people together worldwide. And there you have it. From ancient games like Cuju and Episkyros to medieval mob football and Renaissance Calcio Storico, we've explored the fascinating roots of modern soccer. We also unraveled the story behind why it's called soccer in some places and football in others. Hooray! Whether you're a fan of the beautiful game or just curious about its history, we hope you enjoyed this journey through time. Until next time, keep kicking those goals in life.